Yeah, thought I had turned it off. Ooh, this thing needs some oil and grease. Do you hear that? Brando's like, hey boy, I got some of that oil. Is this Daiwa too? Oh my God, bro. Okay, Brando's saving the day. This is the little Daiwa 80. This thing's kind of been screechy the whole time I've had it if you don't keep it oiled. I do appreciate the little tiny tip applicator. Screech out. Oh, look at that. Smooth as a whistle now. Janking my chain, huh? Not a mondo. One on the old swim bait though. Look at that. Look at that guy fighting. Love it. First one of the day for Debo. Not a big dude. We'll take him. A little £1.25 probably. Made a switch over to the larger swammer. I forget what size it is. 5-inch I think, with a little flashy swimmer on it. Lubed up the old reel. Oh, baby. She feels good. I like it. Can you see the little like red tint it's got to it in the sun when it's got that like iridescence on it? If you're scared of birds and vultures, this might not be the spot for you. And bullfrogs. Boy. He choked that. He had that thing all the way down his mouth. There we go. Another one on the under swimming bait. Throwing it up here around some of this shallower wood and grass. He hit it just a crank or so in. Could this be the ticket for the day? I haven't thrown a larger swim bait like this. I was going through stuff last night. Brando said he wanted to try some different frogs and stuff to have paddle, you know, kicky feet type frogs. Found some of these and thought, yeah, let's try it. Why does it land on top of that? Northern and northern. Gosh, look at every single one of them's got it really well too. All right, there we go. Northern. Bunch of little £1.25 fish. Maybe we'll get a big donkey hiding by one of these. Don't get your hopes up. This is Debos Fishing, remember? This is fun. Like I said, I haven't gotten a good bite on one of these. I used to throw the Miyagi a bunch. Still got some of those. Should have brought some, but good around all this grass and stuff. I thought I brought just a regular beast hook, but I didn't. Got a flashy swimmer. Maybe that's working to my advantage. Maybe that little flash is helping. A little bit of something for him.
We're just gonna go.
Called your shot.
Yep, it kept pissing me off and I kept going like.
Right off that log. As soon as it hit that log, I felt it and I just let it die and then yoink. Still not the big one we're looking for, but gosh, every single one of them, look at that. Every single one has had that way down. Crushed toward the head of that bait. Little guy of the day. We still appreciate you, feller. All right, so seems to be some under spinach swim baits. I like these because they're nice and pretty much weedlessly grassless around most of this. With the underspin, it's not as good, but I only grabbed 1/8 ounce regular beast hooks. I wanted a 1/4 ounce. This is 1/4 ounce, so I'm going with the flashy swimmer. Doesn't do as good around as this, you know, grassy, mossy stuff because it tends to grab on that bottom blade. But work with what we got here. It definitely casts a lot better with some oil on it. A lot freer. Yeah, I've noticed this reel for some reason particularly dries out. And when I got it, it was bone dry and it sucked. Well, 2 of them, I've had multiple. The Elite I got was that way. This is the 80. This, I don't know, was that the thing that I bumped and he... Oh, I think it was that stick right there he was under. That steak. I am a dink catching connoisseur. Thus the reason why my YouTube channel has done so well. People see me catch dinks and they're like, wow, this dumb can catch fish. I can too. Oh, lost him. Lost him. Wow. Right in my eye hole. Hey-oh. Fish in the grass. Hey, best one of the day for me. Oh my God, no. No, no. Oh gosh, get out of there. Yeah, yeah. Oh. Boat flip expert. Can tell I am a huge boat flipper. Look at that. What do you think? 1 pound, 14 ounces. That's the thing is, like, I'll say 1.5 pounds for people like, that's not even a pounder. Like, people don't realize 1.5 pound bass is not big. Like, sometimes I think people, oh, this fish weighs 0. 0 pounds, 0 ounces. Better than I thought. 2 pounds, 2 ounces. 2 pounder. All right, there we go. Finally got one over 2 for me. Let's do this. Let's get a little picture for the gram, huh? There we go. Best one of the day for me. Thanks for eating there, feller.
All right, fishing friends, that was the end of the trip, but I wanted to go over the rod, reel, line, and a couple tips that I use to fish this that I think will help you catch some more fish next time you use a swim bait like this. Speaking of the swim bait, that is exactly what I was throwing. 5.5 inch X-Zone swammer. That's on the larger 6-aught owner flashy swimmer, 1/4 ounce. See, it's got that little silver willow blade down there. This is down there, you know, kicking and flashing. Now with this, it did well through kind of like the solid grass and stuff, but you can see there's a swivel down there. Anytime you get kind of that, you know, snotty, slimy type of algae scum on it, it would stop this from spinning, so you have to clean it off. But otherwise, around all the wood and everything, something like this actually does really well. You can see it just barely catches there, and that's without putting that hook into the plastic if you expose it, which means you just take the tip of that hook and put it into the plastic. That's what you've got there, completely weedless. So worked well. I threw this on 17-pound P-line tactical fluorocarbon, 100% fluorocarbon. And that was because I didn't want a ton of stretch. Now you probably could throw this on braid too. This rod is decently soft. This is the G Loomis GCX, one of the new ones I think they came out with last year. I need to do a complete review on this, but this was the Jig and the Worm. So you can see there that this is a 7'5", medium heavy rated for lures up to 5/8 ounce, and it is an extra fast action. Now I said it was decently soft. I meant the tip of it. The tip is decently soft where I had 0 problems casting this, especially casting accurately. Now, real quick before I get to that, the reel, this is the Daiwa 80, one that I was displeased with when I first got it out on the water. It was super dry when I got it, and I've noticed, I mean, I'm kind of a Daiwa fanboy, probably my favorite reels on the market, but I've got multiple Daiwas that were bone dried. This one, the Elite was as well, completely dry. My other kind of gripe with these, the Daiwa, is that the stock handles that come on them are super tiny. So I put some of these Gamexus on. Can't afford to put these on every ones. I think they're like 40 bucks, got them on sale, but awesome for cranking, awesome for good hook sets. They have a big handle knob on here. I really like them, and it's a little bit longer for more leverage. And in case you're wondering, that is the 7.1 to 1 speed, but overall combo felt really good. The tip was soft enough that I could cast it, and the biggest thing that I can tell you when you're working grass lines and wood is make an accurate cast the first time. That's why I say so many times that accuracy when you're out casting is way more important than casting distance. You know, there's a few situations when you're bank fishing and such, or you're really trying to cover water that distance does come into play, but 9 times out of 10, I'm going to take accuracy over distance anytime, and that was especially true for this when I was trying to get in between those logs or right next to a log. You know, if I was messing up a cast and getting it tangled in a tree, we'd have to go over. That spot was completely blown up. So go for accuracy and really try to get that dialed in first, and putting it in there without making too big of a splash, you know, kind of silently or as least intrusive as you can. The next thing about paddle tail swim baits is action and speed. Some paddle tails do a lot better at slower speeds. Some do better at higher speeds. This one was kind of a moderate speed for me all day. Had a really good tail kick to it. It's got some stubby dog hairs on it. Had a really good tail kick to it, and you could see it in the water. The body would roll to it. It's also got this like red iridescence, doesn't show up great here, but that was also kind of flashing in the water a little bit as it was turning. So that body roll plus this boot kind of kicking back and forth looked really good. So use the right type of paddle tail now in the summer, something with a little bit more action as opposed to maybe a cold water one with the bigger tail that's just got a really slow thump. I notice I've got more bites on stuff like this. Now the third tip, and this sounds like an duh moment, right? But rig these up as straight as you can. I know a lot of people say, well, I have trouble with paddle tail swim baits. They never run right. Get these rigged up as straight as you can. It may take you a couple times to kind of get the hang of it, but when you're rigging this up, lay your hook next to the plastic. That way you see exactly where it goes. Then I take the hook and make a little mark there. Try to get that rigged up as absolutely straight as you can. That way it's going natural through there. Otherwise, if you get it all messed up, it can go sideways and do dumb stuff. So just try to get that rigged up as straight as you can. But otherwise, hope you liked the video. It was a ton of fun being out on the water. Of course, thanks to Brando for allowing me to get out there. We've got a couple more trips planned, and there's going to be a second half to this one, which is right there. Yes, as you can see, frog fishing. I can't wait to drop that one because it was a ton of fun. But that's enough for me. Today's subscribe fishing friend, we got to go with Mr. John Deno. John, thanks for always watching and supporting. I know you've been a long-time subscriber. Just like John, everybody else out there who has continued to support me and watch these videos means a ton to me. Again, I would not be here without all of you. So that's enough for me. I need to edit. Thanks for watching. And until next time...